Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Star Academy. Dear learner, today's video topic is 5 important elements of a short story. Before teaching you the 5 important elements of a short story, let me tell you what is a short story. A short story is actually a short work of fiction. And as you know, fiction is a prose writing about imagined events and character. But then there is a question: what is the difference between a short story and a novel? So, novels are much longer than short stories. But if a work is longer than a short story and shorter than a novel, then it is called novella. Novella is a narrative prose fiction whose length is shorter than most of the novels but longer than a short story. English literature, especially American literature, contain some of the world's best examples of short stories. Readers around the world enjoy the finely crafted stories of American writers such as Stephen Crane, Jack London, Mark Twain, Edgar Allan Poe, and Henry. A short story is a work of short narrative prose that is usually centered around one single event. It is limited in scope and has an introduction, body, and conclusion. Although a short story has much in common with a novel, it is written with much greater perfection. What makes these authors such remarkable short story writers? They are true masters at combining the 5 key elements that go into every great short story. These 5 key elements are character, setting, plot, conflict, and theme. Let's discuss these 5 key elements one by one. Number one is character. A character is a person or sometimes even an animal who takes part in the action of a short story. Characterization deals with how the characters in the story are described. In short stories, there are usually fewer characters compared to a novel. They usually focus on one central character or protagonist. Second key element of a short story is setting. Setting of a short story is a time and place in which it happens. Authors often use descriptions of landscape, scenery, buildings, seasons, or weather to provide a strong sense of setting. Number three is plot. A plot is a series of events and actions that relate to the central conflict. The plot is the main sequence of events that make up the story. In short stories, the plot is usually centered around one experience or significant movement. Number four is conflict. The conflict is a struggle between two people or thing in a short story. Conflict or tension is usually the heart of the short story, and conflict is related to the main character. In a short story, there is usually one main conflict. The main character is usually on one side of the central conflict. On the other side, the main character may struggle against another important character or against the forces of nature, or maybe against society, or even against something inside himself or herself, such as feelings, emotion, or illness. The fifth key element is the theme. Theme is the central idea or belief in a short story. Theme is built on a topic such as death, hope, dream, revenge, etc., and how the topic affects the human condition, society, or life. As a reader, focus on what the story is telling about the topic. And in the last part of this video lesson, I'm going to share with you some of the world's top short stories.